Hi everybody, I am so sorry we're late. It's totally my fault. My technology let me down, hence why I'm wearing this lovely fetching earpiece this evening. With me is Karen. Now, I've never even spoken to Karen until about 5 minutes ago because the PC wouldn't let me. But I've been following Karen for a while. I'm in one of her groups all about traffic and websites and SEO, and I thought it'd be brilliant to bring her in and introduce her to you lot. So Karen, I've never even said your name because I don't know whether it's Weider or Weider or Vader. How? Weider. Okay. Um, so I didn't want to get it wrong. Sorry. So over to you, Karen. I want our ladies to know how to get their websites working the best that they can do. She's gone. Why does this keep happening to me? Oh, you're back.
Oh, did I go?
Yeah, she disappeared.
So for the last 8 years, yeah, I've been working as a web developer, web designer. So I've been building websites, and it just naturally came about that I got into SEO so I could help my clients' websites become more visible online. So in all my years of working in SEO, I've even helped agencies. So I've been a freelancer working for agencies to help them as well. I've come up with like a set of ideal tools that you need to help you get your website ranked. And not only that, but just to understand where you might be having problems. Because we can all start off doing SEO by ourselves, but I think it's quite quickly we come up against like stumbling blocks when we don't really understand the data or how to move forward. So what I've got here is a little list of tools that everybody should get. They're all free, so it's just a really good way to get into SEO, to get started with it, really. So my tools. Now, the tools that I'm going to suggest are good for different stages of SEO. So what I'll do is I'll just very quickly explain the different sort of stages of SEO. So first of all, we look at technical SEO, and that is just making sure that your site can be crawled and indexed by Google. So there's a lot of problems you can have on your website that actually stop Google looking at it. And it can be as simple as if you've got a WordPress website, on your settings page, there's a little tiny tick box that just says, don't let search engines index this site. And a lot of people tick that box at the very start of building their website, and they forget to untick it when the website goes live.
I feel like I should be going and doing it as you're talking.
Yeah, but you'd be surprised that people wonder why they're getting no traffic to their website. And it's this, one of the problems is this little tick box they forgot to uncheck. So that's technical SEO. It's the ability of Google to actually come and look at your website and see what's there. Now, on page SEO is the next stage, and that is the ability for Google to understand the content on your website. So by looking at things like your title and any keywords that you're using in your content, and the positions of your headers and your subheaders, it gets a really good feel for what your content is about. Because, you know, Google is only like a software program. It's not a person reading the content. So it has to do its best to try and understand what is actually on your page. So, and it does that by looking at this thing called On Page SEO. And then finally, we've got Off Page SEO. And that is the task of getting people to share your content and getting people to link back to your content. And that's called off-page SEO because it really isn't anything to do with you. It's everything to do with everybody else and how good they think your content is. So now I'll just talk about the tools that you can use in each of these stages. So for technical SEO, the tool that I highly recommend setting up is called SEMrush, and that has a free account. So if you set yourself up with that,
all one word? Is it a website? So SEMrush.com.
Yes. So you can get a free account there, and what that does is it will crawl the first 100 pages of your website for free. And that is, it's a good amount of pages to tell you if you've got any major problems with your website. So the first step is making sure you've got no problems in the SEMrush audit section of that tool. And then what you need to also have is Google Analytics, because this helps in 1,000,001 ways. It's probably one of the most important tools you can have. This will actually tell you if your search engine traffic is useful or not, because you can set up goals in Google Analytics. So your goals can be something like somebody's used your contact page, somebody's downloaded a lead magnet. You can set up your goals as you want, and then you can see if your search engine traffic is actually contributing to you meeting those goals. So that's just one of the value, one of the reasons you should use Google Analytics. But yeah, that's definitely high priority tool to get. And then the third high priority tool is Google Webmaster Tools. That's also known as Google Search Console as well. So it's got two names. And this is super useful because this actually tells you which pages are ranking for which keywords. So it will actually tell you what keywords you're being found for and what position your page appears in the search results.
That's scary.
Well, it's an eye-opener. It really is.
And is that against the world, or is it can you set it like for the UK, or is it based on like world statistics?
Yeah, it's for all the traffic. Yeah, all the traffic coming to your site. If you want to segment your traffic, so you can do that in Google Analytics, where you can say, just show me the traffic from the UK.
Okay.
So you can do that in Google Analytics. So in your Google Webmaster Tools, if you think your SEO isn't working and you want to improve something, and let's just say you've got a blog with 50 blog posts on it, you might ask yourself, well, where do I start? Which blog post shall I work on first? And Google Webmaster Tools allows you to find your best performing blog posts, and it lets you optimize the best ones rather than think, oh, I've got to optimize everything. There's a few techniques you can use within that tool that lets you pick the best blog posts that are the best ones for optimizing. So they're the three really important tools to get started. Now, once you're certain that all of your problems are fixed when you've been looking at SEMrush, you might want to start looking at what content you want to write for your blog. And there's a couple of tools that will help you do that. So you might have heard of askthepublic.com. So that's an online tool. Now, a problem that I have seen in a lot of people's blogs is people blogging and they're just writing about things that they think they should write about. And it actually isn't the stuff that people are searching for. And this causes quite a problem because people can just be blogging for years and years and years and wonder why they still got no traffic or they're still not really seeing any business from it. And that's because there's just a big mismatch between you writing what you think you should be writing and actually writing for what people want to read. So a tool like Ask the Public, you can just put in your niche and it will come up with all the questions that people are asking on the internet. So it gives you a really good idea of the sort of things you should be writing your content around.
That's a really good tip, Karen.
Yeah. So, and it really forms, I always think it should form the basis of your blogging strategy about writing about what people are looking for online. So, and this is really good to give you some ideas of some blog posts to write. And then once you've got those ideas for your blog posts, what you need to make sure for SEO is that you're including certain keywords that people are actually searching for. And the tool that I use to do that is called Mangools. So it's on the website mangools.com. That's MANGOOLS. And they've got a suite of SEO tools. And one of them is a keyword research tool. And in there, you can type in some keywords associated with the article you want to write. And it will give you the volumes and the competition. So you can see if people are actually searching for those keywords. And if they are, what's the competition like to rank for those keywords? Because again, we can all write content around keywords, but if we're not ranking for those keywords, we have to look at why not and who is ranking for those keywords. And then we can look at that competition and work out why they're ranking for those keywords. And then we just have to make sure our content is better than the competition.
Yeah.
So Mangools is a great tool for that level of keyword research. And so that's your on-page SEO. That helps you to write better content that people are going to search for, and helps you to use keywords that have got people are searching for as well. So finally, when we're looking at off-page SEO, that is we need to get links to our website. Now, there's a problem with links in that anybody can link to your website, and if they're really low quality websites linking to you, then that can affect your ability to rank in the search engines too. So in SEMrush, the same tool I mentioned before, there is a section in there which will let you look at your backlinks of who is already linking to you. And it will tell you if you've got any toxic backlinks. So these are backlinks you need to get rid of because they're really affecting your ability to rank. So you might be asking people for links, or people might just be naturally linking to you, which is what you want. But you don't want all that hard work undone by having spammy websites linking to you. So it's really important that you go into this SEMrush tool and check out the toxicity, if that is even a word, of your backlinks.
So just thinking about backlinks for a second, you know, when you've done a blog and then you get these spammy comments which have nothing at all to do, and they put a link in there. Yeah. Is that any kind of backlink? Are they being sneaky by doing that, or are they just trying to generate traffic by getting people to click on it?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's definitely it's twofold. They're trying to get links to their website. So it looks spammy on your site if you've allowed that comment. So it just looks bad for you. But because they're not linking to you, they're just putting that link in your comments. So it doesn't affect your backlink profile. But they are just trying to get traffic, and it does just make your site look really spammy. So with any comments, you should always check them out before you allow them to go on your website.
Absolutely.
Always. So never have, in WordPress, you know, there's a setting that says whether you should be checking the comments before you allow them on your website. You should always do that. You should never let them just appear automatically. Yeah. So let's see. So I'll recap on the tools that I've mentioned so far. So again, these are all free. So we've got Google Analytics, we've got Google Webmaster Tools, we've got SEMrush, we've got Mangools, and we've got the Ask the Public, the online web tool. And combining all of those, you should be able to cover your technical SEO problems, your on-page SEO, help you get that right, and your off-page SEO. Now, there is a tool within WordPress. So this is really specifically if you've got a WordPress website. You might have heard of Yoast, the plugin that you can use. So this is really good for your on-page SEO. So this is while you're actually writing your content in the editor in WordPress, and it will help you tick all the boxes, basically. It will tell you if you've got your focus keyword in your content. It will tell you if you've got the title correct, if you've got a meta description. So it will give you like a little tick it will tell you if you've ticked all the boxes basically for your on-page SEO. So I really recommend that if you've got a WordPress website as well. So
Brilliant.
yeah, they're all the tools really.
Karen, I mean, you've blown my mind. I haven't got a pen and paper up here, but I will be going back through and checking all those out. I'm a little bit scared. I'm not going to lie. Catherine, Bridget, I know that you're watching. Emma, I know that you're watching. If you've got any questions, quickly put them in now. We won't be on for much longer. But Karen, you've got a group as well, haven't you, where
Yes.
you give away so much information on a regular basis. Can't watch as I'm sitting in a crowded bar. I hope there will be a replay. I think when I'm in the group, it doesn't show me who said that, but I'm using my phone at the same time to see who's commenting. And somebody else has put fab advice. If you, like you say, if you've got any questions, Bridget. Emma says fab advice, and Bridget says she can't watch as she's sitting in a bar. I hope you've got a glass of wine, Bridget. Yes. What is your group called again?
So I've got a group called Website.
Hang on, it's facebook.com groups.
Websites, traffics, and leads. Oh my. I decided to put the oh my because it is really overwhelming for people.
Is that all one word?
Yeah. I think it's just websites, traffic, leads.
I'll tell you what, I'll take it out of the group thing.
Yeah.
Websites,
traffic, leads. And what I'm doing in there at the moment is I'm building up some units of free training, which is a great new thing that Facebook groups have brought out. So I've just got tons and tons of free training anyway. And it's just great to put it in one place, really, because normally what I do with my training is I give that to my clients, you know, as I work with them. There's things that I need to teach them. And I'm not precious about it. I'm just really happy to use it to give away to people if they need it. So in my group, I've got 4 units at the moment. Excuse me, and I'm working on the SEO one at the moment as we speak. So I'm focused on doing a lot of SEO training this month to build up that unit, really, so I can make it quite a valuable unit for people who want to learn a little bit about SEO.
Yeah, and I've seen that you've done some analytics of other people's sites in there and all stuff like that. So ladies, please do go and join Karen's site because you will learn so much. Do you just give advice about WordPress sites or do you do the other ones as well?
I can do, but sometimes there's limitations. So I was trying to help somebody with a Wix site the other day and it just wasn't happening. It was a free Wix site and the SEM Rush tool, it just doesn't connect to it because of the URL of a free Wix site. It just doesn't work. So really happy to advise on any website really, because SEO is SEO, no matter what site you've got. It's just that I love WordPress because the tools make it so easy, really. Yeah.
Well, again, thank you so much. Carol said this is really helpful.
Thank you.
I'm glad
to be helpful.
Well, that's why I brought you in. I knew you were a little gem that I'd found in amongst this massive platform that is Facebook. You do stumble across some geniuses from time to time, but the way you talk about it as well is very relatable for us who don't really know.
Well, you know, my thing, Claire, is that I really wanted to demystify it for women as well. You know, before I worked in like websites, I've been an engineer all my life. Since the age of 16, it's a long story, but I was always the only female engineer. And I worked with all these blokes who just thought they were something special. And I just want to really empower women, you know, to say, look, we can do it too. And even though some of us might struggle technically, I just really want to be there to assist as much as I can, just to really help women feel more empowered when it comes to technology. It's just a real passion for me to help women. That's my group is women only. And I get requests a lot from men to join the group, but I just refuse because I'm for girl power and I really want to empower women to...
Which is very much what we're about, aspiring business women.
So again, face those technical challenges. So
thank you so much. I will share this out on email as well.
Thank you.
So thank you, and we'll speak soon. Bye.
Bye.